Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So the market has opened up a bit jittery today and very cautious with a mixed bag. You've got the Jackson Hole meeting coming up, well, starting today with some of the key members giving remarks today. But Jerome Powell's keynote speech will be tomorrow. And that's where we're looking to hear some guidance on his outlook for the economy and maybe some hints around tapering and whether they're going to relax their accommodative monetary policy that they have right now. So looking at the indices right now, you can see that the S&P is trending down 0.34%. If they close today on a loss, that'll be the first loss after 5 days of straight gains. Dow is also down and the Nasdaq is also down. If we look at the Treasury, the 10-year Treasury note, you can see that we are sitting at 1.35, so it's ticked up roughly about a basis point today, and that's indicative of the market expecting a bit of a weaker, less accommodative monetary policy. Now, what are we expecting really from this Jackson Hole meeting? I've said this numerous times before. I don't think we're going to get any formal announcement on any specific tapering. I feel we've got a few months. My prediction was we're to start kind of October, November time, and if that was the case, you've got a meeting in September to announce that. So I think the earliest we're going to hear announcement is September, but more realistically, we're going to hear announcement for October for starting November. So I think tomorrow will be more of the same from Jerome Powell, signposting the fact that tapering is coming. I mean, he's done a tremendous job. He's been signposting and telegraphing that there will be tapering for the past year. He's been talking about it. So if any investor wants to say they were caught off guard like they were with Bernanke back in 2013, they can't use that excuse. And that's to go back to 2013 and the taper tantrum, which a lot of new investors won't be familiar with. I remember back in 2013 when I was on the trading desk at Morgan Stanley, it was crazy because everybody was expecting, nobody was expecting the talk of taper. So when Bernanke mentioned it, that's where the taper tantrum was caused. It's very different this time. You can sense it. Everybody's almost waiting for the taper, just like get on with it. We're expecting it. And Jerome Powell's done really well in that essence. Now, also adding to the weight on the stock market today, we know the Delta variant is still of a concern that's weighing on the economy. You've got the extra unsettling in Afghanistan with the explosion that's just happened, and that's just created a bit of a risk-off environment. I think this is going to stay like this today and tomorrow, heading into Jerome Powell's talk, just as investors kind of cautious and take their foot off the gas, and particularly the day traders kind of step back to make sure they don't get caught out in any unexpected announcements. But from a long-term perspective, I'm not expecting any major announcements. A lot of the Fed officials are starting to come out with rhetoric around we need to start taper sooner, we need to be a bit more aggressive. And I think, look, the outlook for 2022 is a 2.5% inflation figure. And the key here is, if that starts to get out of hand, then the Fed will need to act sooner. The other thing of concern, which some Fed officials are starting to talk about, is if the taper doesn't control inflation, so we're getting into 2022, let's say the tapering has started and it's not controlling inflation, then we'll have to look at more aggressive, quote unquote, that's what the words they're using, action. And all that means is we could, even though Jerome Powell is saying the taper and interest rate hikes are detached, and he keeps mentioning that, and he may mention it again tomorrow to kind of ease the fear of investors, it may be that we could see both of this happening at the same time if we're in an environment where the tapering is going on, but inflation is still progressing higher. And that could be a concern, because if everybody's feeling confident, the markets are feeling confident, everybody's expecting the taper to come in, then maybe as a self-fulfilling prophecy, that taper doesn't have the impact it's looking for. So definitely one for us to watch out on. That's why the market's sitting a little bit nervous at this point. Let's take a look at a few specific indices. Let's see who's moving and not moving today. So we can see that, again, some of these SPACs are moving higher. EHang up 4%. Snowflake's done phenomenally. I think it crossed the 300 mark and just dropped down slightly under, up 5.36 today. Workhorse moving. Etsy 4% up. Torch, Astra, you got Roku moving. And then you've got a mixed bag. So on the bottom end, you've got the likes of, who have we got here? You got SoFi down, Deliveroo, Airbnb, ZoomInfo, Tattooed Chef down after 2 strong days. AMC down after its phenomenal couple of days. Body, some of the crypto plays. And guys, also that's weighing in on the crypto market as well. So I feel like the Jackson Hole could be having some of this impact we're seeing here on the downside for crypto. We can see here If I just zoom out, you can see Bitcoin sitting at 46, just ticked under the 47 mark. Ethereum still above 3,000 comfortably. Cardano's come off of its highs at about $2.90, sitting at 2.5. So an opportunity for people to start buying in on these dips if you didn't establish your position and you were FOMOing before. So yeah, I feel like this could also be fears around fears around Jackson Hole and what we're going to see there. Google staying stable as you would expect. Apple always flat. It's almost like cash-like, aren't they? Nvidia looking stable. Yeah, just it's risk off right now. We've had a couple of days of risk on, so I'm not surprised to see the market after start. This is what you tend to see when you have any big announcements from Fed officials coming on the back end of the week on a Thursday or Friday. You see a strong, fast moving out of the gates Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Get your trading done, get your position set, and then you see the risk come off on Thursday, Friday, going into the tentative period. So there you go, guys. An update on the Jackson Hole meeting and what we're going to expect coming from it tomorrow. No doubt there'll be a video tomorrow once we've heard from Jerome Powell, and I'll break that down. We'll see you in the next one.